Listen to me. Never give up.
Never give up. Yeah. No matter what it is in life that you want, you gotta go out there and get it. Just don't let it come to a sleeper but a dream. Never give up on your goals. Stay focused on you. Focus your view. Succeed, cause I'm hoping you do. Keep climbing up the ladder, cause the key to success. Go hard and go home. Never settle for less. Life is stress.
This is Robert Porter and Ipiani Lockhart with the I Love San Bernardino County Radio. Have you back, Ipiani?
Good to be here, brother. Happy to be back, brother.
Oh, man. Did you have a great time on your trip?
Well, you know, yeah, it was a wonderful time. I had an opportunity to do my motivational realizations thing, you know, and then as well as over this.
A great sponsor of this show.
Oh, yes, indeed. Thank you, brother. And I had an opportunity to shoot the IE Black graduation last Sunday, you know, so that was an amazing experience. I took over 3,000 photos and whittled it down to 1,100, edited over 1,100 photos, but they came out nice, and a lot of people were saying they loved the image. No, it was a blessing, man. It was a blessing.
No, like. Maybe you'll be one of those type of photographers, but like I learned my lesson after doing about 20 of those. I'm like, I look at every photograph after I take it, and I'm like, that's good. All right, if it's not good, I delete it.
That's you got to
right
sort
at that second, right?
Yeah.
And then I guess there is a few that you want to enhance a little bit, you know, but like
light edits.
1,000. Oh my gosh!
Hey, man.
But you do want, when you're really doing the beginning of your work, you want it to look good.
Because it's a marketing tool.
Yes.
And you wanted to try to put the best image out there to captivate.
And you are putting great images out there.
Thank you, brother. You know, I appreciate you and Antonio shouting that out at the last show, because, I usually watch the shows the day after while I'm exercising. So I appreciate the shout out. And then having two photographers on there talking about, photography and everything, I really appreciate that conversation.
Well, you deserve it.
Well, thank you, brother. You as well, sir.
I'd like to mention our sponsors, Golden Pizza and Wings on Golden and Highland, and Olive and Waterman. They have the $7.55 plus tax all day, every day, large pizza, pepperoni or cheese. Head on over there. Get some wings to have with it, or you can get a chicken salad.
There you go.
They got a pretty good chicken salad, or just regular salad if you want. So they got other things too. So
I want a pizza salad. Can we just slice some pizza slices and throw it on top of there?
Well, do you like that idea, Mama? Am I gonna have to make you a pizza salad?
Hey, there we go. There you go.
Amy made a cool hamburger turkey salad, like a turkey patty on a salad.
Okay.
That was good.
There you
And
go.
with some pickles and ketchup and stuff.
There you go.
Or Thousand Island.
There you go. There you
That
go.
was yummy. Right.
This was
But thank you, Golden Pizza and Wings, for all you do, and we appreciate you. And please head on over there if you got a bunch of kids to feed on Friday or Saturday, or you have an event, you got an office meeting, whatever. Head on over there, get some cheap, really yummy pizzas.
Affordable.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell that they try to make this as affordable or as cheap as possible, right?
Definitely.
Because it's not easy to keep a pizza at $7.55, right?
Totally.
So the old price, I'm not going to tell you what the price used to be,
I hear you.
but they had to raise it because everything costs a little bit more lately,
Especially with these tariffs coming down the pipeline.
But at least they're trying to keep it low key,
Definitely.
Because San Bernardino appreciates a
indeed.
good deal.
Hey now.
Now, don't forget, PAL Charter Academy is signing up right now for summer school. So if you want to take a look at Robert Porter on Facebook, and I have posted up there in these announcements, and then also just a regular announcements here or there on Robert Porter or I Love San Bernardino Instagram. And it says the number for the school, so you can call 909-887-7002. And get your kid into summer school. Summer school is a different experience. It's not just for kids that mess up. It's not just for Eric. What we if I need to talk to him. Yeah, all right. It's not just for Eric, but he did good in summer school, Summer school is to help kids who might need a little bit more of a foundation, or maybe they're bored during the summer, or maybe you have to work. Right?
Or some students go to summer school to graduate early to get ahead of the credits as well.
True. And if you're a parent, that can help you out too. If you got hours that you need to
Go to work.
go to work, right? Or get some sleep. Right?
Or both.
But they also have so Pal Charter Academy has a middle school as well and a high school. They're signing up for summer school, and they have a lot of sports stuff and an auto shop. A chef. I mean, they're really
A lot
getting
of
down.
trades,
Yeah,
yeah.
and in the future, I'm not gonna ruin the surprise, but
Okay.
there may be a community garden in the future.
Was that the surprise?
Yeah. Honestly, well, once it's appeared.
Okay.
Once it's appeared. So if you'd like more info, PAL provides the high quality instruction every child deserves. Info at palcenter.org. Info at palcenter.org. All right. I'd like to mention our I Love San Bernardino stand up of the week is Tina Lopez.
All right.
Do you know Tina?
You know, it doesn't. I may have crossed paths with her, but it doesn't ring a bell right now.
Well, that's because she never puts herself out in the forefront. So if you meet Tina Lopez, you usually meet her working at an event or in between helping somebody else out, right?
Okay.
But she usually doesn't like credit for herself. And she stays back in the background. So like it even got past me. It took this long for me to make her stand out of the week, which I should have a long time ago. She did a lot of stuff with the graduates during COVID, making sure they got a proper graduation type thing, balloons and things like that. And I forget what they call that, San Bernardino graduates or something like that. And she still continuously hooks people up, like she's like a dot connector. Gets couches or
a bridge. She's a bridge.
Yeah, for people who need these things, including clothing and stuff like
There you
that.
go.
So,
Awesome.
yeah, she really helps a lot of people, and I wanted to make sure that she gets the credit that she deserves.
Definitely. Thank you, Miss Lopez, for all the goodwill that you cultivate throughout our community.
And she's currently now healing from a heart attack. So I want to wish her well and a speedy recovery, of course.
Journey, definitely.
Yeah,
Wish her well.
because heart attacks are no fun.
Man,
Yeah.
it's something that we all have to be conscious about, taking care of our I like to say temple, but our mind, body, spirit, and soul, you know. It's the only thing that allows us to exist or experience this gift of life, you know.
And the I Love San Bernardino Standout of the Week is brought to you by Miokja Shabu Shabu, or Miokja Shabu, but I like to say Shabu Shabu. Call on 909-332-7040, or just walk across the street from Costco and walk on in and order some. And, it really like hits a spot. Like, especially when you can cook your own food. So like, like I kind of like, there's different types of meat.
Definitely.
If you get a little more of the expensive one, right?
I hear you.
And you want to savor the real expensive cuts. So you take one and the other, and then you put it in the hot pot with all your vegetables that are boiling and cooking. And then you take it out and you dip it in the different sauces, and then you chomp it on your rice. And it's good. It's not like pho. It's a little bit different. Like each culture has their own good soup, right?
Definitely. In all
like
cultures.
carne de res or whatever it is, right? Yeah. So I like to try them all.
Yeah, me too. I'm not a soupist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So get down there and support local. Miokja Shabu Shabu is trying to bring something different to San Bernardino. They also have Mochi Nut on Redlands Boulevard and Anderson, and also BBQ Korean fried chicken.
And that chicken franchise is blowing up.
Yeah, and it's good too.
It really was. It really was.
Yeah, so follow him on Instagram and give him some love. She's trying to bring some foodie spots to the local area, and we need that.
She already has. This is incumbent on us to go and patronize and take advantage of these wonderful offerings.
True, yeah, we got to do this.
There we go.
Me and Amy went the other day. We had, we snuck in, and we paid and enjoyed the food, and it was excellent. It was
Amen.
really excellent.
There we go.
And sometimes it's hard. It's hard for me to pay for food, but I like to. How am I
Patronize.
supposed to support?
Yeah, if you don't allow me to support. And I mean, that's a blessing because it's kind of hard for me thinking of you sneaking into any place in San Bernardino County because you're so known.
It does happen. It does happen. And like actually of late, a lot easier. And
what disguise do you wear? What do you?
I disguise of my mama. So my mama's in the front and I'm in the back.
So
right?
you just pushing the wheelchair with your hat down and not even looking up at nobody.
But actually, she's more famous than I am now, Dad. I've been going places. She's like, "How's your mama?" Yeah, like I was at the headdress ball and like, dancing away, doing my own little thing, and then this guy comes up. He's like, "Oh yeah, I was your mama's therapist." I'm like, man, like, what about me? Hey. I was like, I guess I created a star.
There you go. Hey, she's worthy.
Yeah,
she's worthy.
totally worth it. Yeah. We love you, Mama.
Just want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers as well.
To all of them out there, especially your mama. How's she doing?
She's doing great. We had a good time. We went to church with her in the morning, and then she accompanied me to Emmanuel Praise Fellowship in Rancho.
Did she request Kentucky Fried Chicken?
No. But we ended up going to was the deli over in off of Ontario, I think, off of Archibald, off the 210 freeway. But really good subs and everything like that. We were slated to go to Prohibition in Riverside, but we started the day so early that we both were a little bit tired. So we're going to go there.
That's kind of what happened with us, too. Like, it was probably a long wait wherever you went.
Yeah, the Mother's Day, restaurants that's the most frequent day of restaurants is on Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. And often you're going to have an hour or more wait. And then some of the restaurants, sometimes they have a limited menu where you don't have the whole menu out there. They just have a little menu.
So they get you in and out.
In and out, basically. That's it. Like, get this money. Happy Mother's Day. Pay the check,
Well, I'd like to also mention, you want to make San Bernardino look better. And you see graffiti, you see a light out, you see a pothole. So how do you do that? You call 909-384-7272 Monday through Thursday. Or, and on Friday, you can call from 7:30 to 4:30 p.m. Or you can get the mobile app and go to Go SB City, an app store, and then you get that app and you just open it up and put your picture in there and type in the address of the pothole and the GPS coordinates, and they'll be out there in a few days to fix it.
Awesome, that's
good. And send you a CRM.
Send you the bill.
Yeah, we'll let you know whether they fixed it or not.
Okay.
Online, they do not send you the bill. But. In the grand scheme of things, our sales tax pay for everything.
That's true. So they do. No,
bill eventually comes our way in different ways. But you can also go to sbcity.org/sbaccess and fill it out that way.
Awesome.
That's all I have for today, but I do have a history tidbit if you guys are down, or should I forgo it today? All right, but we'll forgo the history tidbit, but next week we'll do Devil's Canyon.
Oh. Definitely will. Thank you, Robert. Always. And we have some amazing guests here today. And I'll let the guests introduce themselves, starting with Ms. Stewart to my right-hand side.
Good evening, listeners. My name is Kyra Stewart. I am the Executive Director of Family Service Association of Redlands.
Hi, my name is Evelyn Martin. I'm part of San Bernardino Behavioral Health and the Behavioral Health Ministries Prevention Program, bringing awareness of mental health.
Amen. And it is Mental Health Month this May.
Yes, mental health awareness is the month of May.
And that doesn't mean you're just crazy either.
No.
Mental health is a broad spectrum of different
health
problems, and not always problems. Sometimes things you can work through.
Yes, indeed.
So, for example, I have anxiety.
Yes.
Right, and it's hard for me to get rid of it, but I can do some things that help with it.
Manage
to
it.
cope
Yeah.
with it.
To
yeah.
cope with it, yes.
And that's what Mental Health Awareness Month is all about.
Yes.
Bringing awareness.
Making awareness, as Mr. Porter said, that it's not about just being crazy. It's mental health is a wide range, anxiety, depression, suicide, and it's just making people aware of it. It's okay to say that you're not okay. It's okay for you to say it's not okay, but what we need to do is be aware of it. We need to learn to talk about it. We need to find someone that we can trust, someone that we can believe in, that'll listen to you and talk about it. Not talking about it makes it worse on you. Makes the anxiety kick in. It makes the thoughts of not wanting to go on. And so what we try to do.
It's okay to ask for help.
It's okay to ask for help. It's better to ask for help. The awareness that I encourage everyone is to ask for help. If you have a friend, you know your friend pretty good. You know your friend pretty good, and you ask them, "Are you okay?" They say, "Yeah, I'm okay," but you know that there's something different about them. Then you should make them talk about it. You should make them talk about it. Take them somewhere where they can talk with someone. We have hotlines. That you can talk with people, and they'll connect you in the Riverside County and the San Bernardino County. Those numbers are.
I know 211 is one organ. 211.org is a number you can call, or you could go to the website to find resources, not just pertaining to mental health, but a spectrum of resources throughout San Bernardino County.
And so we have an 855-453-8985 number, which is an overall behavioral health and mental health hotlines number for the Inland Empire, which is Riverside County, San Bernardino County, that we encourage everyone to use if possible. We also have BHMPP, Behavior Health and Ministries Prevention Program, where you can email emartin201263@gmail.com. That we will connect. It's a faith-based, faith-based mental health program, where we're trying to get people to understand that it's okay. It's okay. There's people that's willing to talk with you, intervene any kind of way that we can to assist you of getting the help that you want, to help you deal with your anxiety, to deal with depression, to deal with this.
Can you give us an example?
So, I can give you a very good example. So, myself, I have been a mental health client since 1998. Being diagnosed, wouldn't talk to people.
You were shy? And you on the radio?
Wouldn't talk to people.
Congratulations.
Wouldn't allow people to know that I knew I was different, something was going on, something was wrong, and just wouldn't talk about it. But then started getting depressed, suicidal.
Well, yeah, depression is a big one. People don't realize.
So, talking about depression, it's depression is a wide range because you have lost and grief, and a lot of things that go on in your life. When you have a lot of disappointments in life, you slip into depression, or you find yourself sitting, withdrawing from everyone, and it just puts you in the mind of depression. And so, what we encourage you to do is not just sit by yourself, not just keep it in, not just hold it in. Myself, I let myself get overwhelmed at one time. Just the beginning of the year, I just got overwhelmed, and I was so busy in the community that I forgot about me.
That's easy to do.
So
sadly.
A lot of self-care.
That's a way to cope.
Yeah,
it is a way to cope.
A lot of self-care, and remembering to take care of yourself it's the most important thing that I tell people in mental health. You remember to take care of yourself first.
Amen.
And take breaks once in a while
Yes.
because you're using the community to get the anxiety feeling away.
Yeah.
And sometimes that can be an addiction in itself.
Exactly.
Totally.
And so we have to remember to take a step back and take a minute and take time for yourself.
Go into nature.
Yes, indeed.
Just your mental health is important, and even though May is Mental Health Awareness Month, it's a reminder to everyone that mental health is an everyday thing, and it affects every family.
Yes, indeed.
No matter what, whether it's yourself or a loved one, a friend. Just remember, but as I shared everybody, you know your friends, you know your friends, you know your family,
You know yourself,
and
too.
you know yourself, and so when it's okay not to be okay.
Yes,
and you need to remember that, and you need to talk about what's going on with you. Don't hold it in. Find just someone that you can trust.
Amen.
Trust and talk about it.
Well said. Well said. On that question of balance and self-care, what is one of your outlets as far as self-care is concerned? What do you do to help an outlet that you funnel yourself into?
So incredible hair.
There you go. Awesome.
Thank you. But my thing is to just take time out for myself. Just relax and do something I like. Myself, I enjoy bowling.
There you go.
So I find myself just going out and just go out and have fun and bowl for a day with some friends or something. Just to relax. We have to remember that we have to take time and relax. You have to take time for yourself. Relax. Do something that you like. Go out to the park and just sit.
Nature.
And enjoy the fresh air and the breeze and what all the beautiful things God
go to the
made
beach.
around you.
Go to the beach.
Go
really?
to the beach. The water is very peaceful.
Yes, I love the water.
I've learned that. He was asking about self-care, but I've learned that I love fish aquariums.
Okay.
The fish, just watching the fish swim around in the aquarium is so relaxing and peaceful. So the beach, going to the beach and just being out there where they're watching the water and just sitting and being in the open freshness of nature is awesome. So.
Definitely. Thank you, Miss Martin. And before we,
And I would like to add to that. So we were mentioning water and the fish aquarium. Water is so important for someone who has anxiety, and it is a release. Turn the water on. Go take a bath.
Yeah.
Take a shower. Go water the plants out front.
Yeah.
Even out of a pitcher. Watching water and listening to it go into a stream. Those things really will help your anxiety, especially if you're having a deep anxiety attack.
Yes.
And you don't want to call 911, right?
Yeah, right.
So I say go out front and water.
Yeah.
I hear
Right.
you.
So when does this happen to me? Maybe I smoked a super big joint, right? And I shouldn't have done that, and I got some anxiety about it, real anxiety. Man, I'm serious.
I believe you,
Yeah,
brother.
like I
My
shouldn't have done
apologies.
that. I realize I shouldn't have done
Yeah.
that. So you go outside and water. Get it, instead of doing something dumb.
But you're
then-
actually
yeah,
standing on the roof and you're throwing dirt.
but that could have been induced because I was stressing about bills and things like
Real
that
world.
and
I hear
stuff
you.
like that, right? So it's important for you to keep your life in order.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
But once that anxiety does come, you got to do things to offset
To
it.
address it.
Now, I took the Paxil for a while. I quit about 10 years, 12, maybe 15 years ago, whatever. I did it after my father's suicide. But that stuff took away all my emotions. And I didn't like that, right?
Yeah.
So I did it, and it took away the velociraptors that were chasing me at night, and the bad dreams I was happening. But once I got better, I quit, and now I take care of the body
Amen.
and the mind, right? So I don't get to that point where I have to, because my mama's hospitalization just now reset all of those traumatic things for me. And now me and my mom are working through them to try to, because she has her own things she's got to do too.
Yeah, I hear
so
you.
we're working together to get better.
Amen.
And so, Robert brings up a good point, and I really need to make it known. Don't be scared to deal with your mental health.
Amen.
It's not necessarily that you always have to take medication to deal with your mental health. You need
Except some candidates here or there. I'm sorry.
The counseling. There's counseling. There's workshops. There's trainings. It's not always about the medication.
Exercise.
And
Yes.
the stigma of it. The stigma with mental health is no one wants to get help for mental health because they think they're automatically going to be put on medication, and that's not true. I don't want people to think that.
Or they think there's something wrong with them.
Yeah.
No. You want to
It's natural.
fix it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or guide it the right way.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Deal with it. Cope
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
As we get ready to transition over to Miss Stewart and the Family Service Association of Redlands, just want to know, what did you do for Mother's Day, Miss Martin? How did you celebrate your mom, and how did your children celebrate you?
My kids, so my kids put together this colorful Mother's Day thing where all the mothers were given a certain color, and then you had to make a basket with just that color in it and wear that color. And they had put this big event together that we celebrated out at the park. It was very overwhelming, but it was so beautiful. It's a Mother's Day I won't forget.
Amen. Amen.
I am so proud of my kids. It was the best Mother's Day I couldn't ask for anything better.
Definitely. Well, shout out
That's
to the
awesome.
kids. And transferring over to Miss Stewart, how did you celebrate Mother's Day?
Oh, just relaxed. I went to the pool, to the lake, speaking of water.
There you go.
Laid out, got some
Awesome.
sun, went swimming and watched TV. And my
Definitely.
little boy bought me a coffee out of his own money.
Awesome. There you go.
Starbucks. And
That's
we went
with
to
love.
That's
Amen.
right.
Amen.
For a 13-year-old, that's expensive.
Word up.
Right.
For a 44-year-old.
He holds on to every dollar, but he shared yesterday.
Amen. Amen. Well, definitely. How is your experience as the executive director of Family Service Association of Redlands? And before you answer that, I just want to say congratulations. It was so awesome seeing you, FSA Redlands, Family Service Association of Redlands, being recognized by Senator Eloise Reyes. And we're praying for you, Miss Senator Reyes. We love you. God bless you as well. How was that experience? That was awesome.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So you were there. It was wonderful. Family Service Association of Redlands just celebrated 127 years of history to the community.
Very historic.
Yes.
We're located in Redlands, but we have other service areas. So we service Central and East Valley of San Bernardino County, with two overarching goals of fighting hunger and homelessness. And over the past 3 years, we've grown. Our staff is growing, programs growing, and needs are growing. We see housing just skyrocketing. Working families can't afford their rent, food prices skyrocketing, inflation, and now probably tariffs, which means products. And so families are struggling, and we're a safety net human service agency that provides clothing and food and emergency rental assistance and move-in deposits and motel vouchers.
yes.
As opposed to sending someone to shelter. If the shelters are full, they can come to family service so long as they have children and qualify for a motel voucher. And so the organization, I've been there 11 years as the executive director, and it's been quite a journey. Ipiani joined the board last year, thank you. Actually, this year.
Yeah, this
Seems like
year.
it's been longer. So he's a new board member and already doing so much work for us, so thank you for that. But yeah, so we're very well governed. We have 24 board members at any given moment. And you can just tell that by the collective history. We also have an office in Yucaipa, a satellite office, and we're looking to maybe expand in the near future into the city of San Bernardino,
Okay,
which is
awesome.
exciting.
That's beautiful.
Yes,
That's
That's what we like to hear.
So,
There you go,
so
there you
growth,
go.
growth.
Awesome.
Yes,
That's amazing. That's
yes.
amazing. I know that last year, because you guys offer breakfast in the morning,
We do.
and I know that you shared the numbers at the last meeting, I believe, over 22,000 meals were served last year in the morning. You know,
Yes. So every day, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock, 612 Lawton Street in the city of Redlands, a hot meal or nutritious meal is served to the community. And last year we served 22,000 meals out of our kitchen. Every day we're serving more than 100 meals, and that comes in through donors and volunteers that help us serve. And that program has grown exponentially over the years. So, yeah,
Definitely.
big numbers.
amazing, and that's not even talking about like your food distribution. I believe you do those once a month or. I had an opportunity of volunteering at a few of those last year, and I think Redlands is such a beautiful city and beautiful community, right? It has that like really quaint kind of hometown kind of feel, but often people don't think that there are people in need in Redlands,
yeah.
but there are great needs throughout the Inland Empire, and Family Service Association of Redlands does an amazing job addressing
Yeah,
these
needs don't follow city boundaries.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
powerful statement.
Absolutely.
I love that statement. Yeah, so I know that you guys do so much in the community and you need support. So I know that you have a number of fundraisers and different engagement opportunities and volunteer opportunities. If you could kind of share a few of those things with us.
Absolutely. Obviously, in order to run these programs, we rely on a lot of contracts and government funding. And with that, you also need cash flow. So for cash flow, 3 times a year, we have 3 events. One is coming up on Saturday, June 7th at the University of Redlands. It's called the Redlands Hunger Walk and Run. It's a family-friendly 5K event hosted on the campus of the beautiful University of Redlands at 7:45 in the morning, again, Saturday, June 7th. And it is a wonderful event. This is the 11th year doing it. It started the first year I started as
Awesome.
a
Look at
brainchild of a former board president, Jerry Bean, and also wonderful supporter. And it raises about between $40,000 and $50,000 a year to help
Awesome.
purchase the food for the nutrition program as well as the food box program, support salaries, and support all of the program supplies that go into serving 22,000 meals per year. So for $45, pretty low cost and
Yes.
pretty affordable, and it's a great way to give back and make impact. So
Amen.
that's coming up. And then in the fall, the last Saturday in September 27th, we are hosting our annual signature fundraiser, which is Dinner in the Grove. That's 21 years running, mainly ran by board members who lead all the planning efforts.
That's like the prestigious event of,
Yes,
of
it's-
Redlands, right?
Yes, it's an amazing event tucked away in an orange grove, and you literally have dinner in
In the
an
grove.
orange grove with a wonderful auction. We have about 400 people who attend.
Awesome.
And that's coming up. And then we just are fresh off of our Redlands pub crawl, which
Yes.
you worked and
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you were at. We
You
had
crawled it?
Not
yeah,
exactly, but
he worked
from the
one of the bars.
I heard the tavern, the tavern has a new owner too.
there's a
Yeah,
Yes.
the Falconer.
The Falconer,
yeah.
yes.
that's where I was at. That's where
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
at. That
yes.
was my station.
Yes.
And the fried chip, the fried fish and chips are some of the best in the
That,
area.
that was your
Amazing.
station.
Yeah,
That was
where I
probably
at.
my
Yeah.
station too.
Yeah, so we do a crawl, and we get 10 to 12 bars, local bars engaged. It's a good time for them to promote their business. And basically, people buy tickets, and we organize the event along with the King and Queen Court. So that's the money maker, right? We have local kind of like local
Celebrities,
celebrities,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
That get their
Who's
name
who.
out there, raise money with their friends, and whoever gets the most votes wins the king and queen. And there's an actual crowning that occurs
Definitely.
at the
that's
event.
cool.
So,
Definitely.
3 big events that help support our work so that we're not too lenient on government contracts. We know that that could be an issue in the future.
I was
right?
wondering, has that affected you thus far, the
Oh
organization
goodness,
thus far?
it's something that we're keeping our eyes on. Fortunately, 2 of our biggest contracts are with the state of California,
Okay.
and we're safe. But we do have 1 federal contract that has not funded us yet, and they normally do. So we're waiting, hoping that that comes through. But it doesn't look like it will. And all of our clients who are on Section 8 have already received letters, I understand, preliminary letters saying that their payments through Housing Authority will either be cut or eliminated in the spring of 2026.
Man, right
so
around the corner.
had some clients bring those letters in already, which is really scary.
Yeah.
That's the most vulnerable,
There was,
population.
there was a whole bunch of programs associated with that they cut. It's unfortunate. That's like hurting the people that need help the most. I mean,
Yeah, it is. It is. It
and where are they
directly
going to
is.
go? That's the bottom rung, right?
That's the safety
That's
net,
right.
right?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you fall through the safety net, and
you end up in the park.
unhoused,
Or
lacking resources.
you end up in your families as long as they can hold you, right? And
As long as that
Yeah.
goodwill is there,
if
but
you
everyone,
have a family,
that's true.
yeah,
That's another dynamic, right?
you don't always have family to fall back on. This I don't know. I don't know what to say.
No, it's unfortunate situation. I think what's going to happen is us as community starting to get back to loving one another, supporting one another, helping one another, being there to be that village as we need to be, the village of humanity,
Yeah,
which we
it
are.
seems like your organization will be at the forefront of this. So, what are your plans to deal with a loss of federal funding? One more event,
Yeah,
right?
And more private donors, and we're hoping that there is a trend for all of the nonprofits in the region, or most of the nonprofits who are eligible to apply for private foundation and
What-
corporation grants.
What's Bezos' ex-wife's name? What's her name? Like, hit her up. Didn't Time for
Yeah.
Change get some money from them?
I'm
Yeah,
not too
I
sure.
believe so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go big.
Yeah, I hear you.
So
I hear
big.
Melinda
There you
Gates,
go.
whatever Melinda Gates' last name is,
Yeah.
Bill Gates' former wife, hit her up. You know
Yeah,
what I
hit
mean?
them all up.
To start looking at social enterprise
There you go.
opportunities and other ways to bring in revenue.
Definitely.
Well, it's possible because it's been over 100 years, and just,
Yeah,
I mean,
history.
can you imagine? That's the Depression. That's all kinds of things,
Nah, for
right?
real, 127 years.
Yeah.
That's a long
So if you
time.
can
That's
live
right.
through all those, right?
The organization,
Yeah.
we don't.
I just see that just shows me that there's strength there, and then it's easier
totally.
to ask for grants
right.
when you have
Yeah,
longevity.
viability.
Yeah.
Yeah, capacity.
And that's one thing I'll say that's very unique to me about the city of Redlands is the history of philanthropy and that kind of support you find throughout the community where some people, Esri's there, so blessed to have one of the leading companies for GIS global information systems in the world. It's nice to have them housed in your backyard, and they do a lot of stuff. So it's a lot of people throughout the community. When you think about the Burgess Mansion and Kimberly Crest, and there's some people, the Smiley brothers, right? And the contributions that they've given to the region, and that many continue that tradition in the city of Redlands, and it spills out into the surrounding cities as well, and to the Inland Empire, San Bernardino County, I should say. And it's a beautiful thing. I wish we had more of that kind of love flowing throughout all of our cities,
Yeah.
throughout the Inland Empire. But what has
The resurgence is on its way.
Amen. Speak it as we want it to be. It's
Love
on
the
its way.
optimism.
There you go. There you go. What has been outside of the leadership in which you do with the Family Service Association of Redlands? How do you take care of yourself, your mental health, your well-being? How do you stay balanced and keep yourself uplifted? Because I know the work can be very demanding. You're hearing all kind of stories that affect you emotionally. I know it's a roller coaster, but how do you take self-care for
Well,
yourself?
that's a journey because like you were saying, when you're kind of an anxious person or a goal-oriented person, you do overwork. You tend to overwork and set big goals. And so for many years, I never had work-life balance until you realize if I don't do something, there will be no more me, right? Or you'll spiral. So I've only really learned what that means, and I still don't believe that there really is such a thing as work-life balance. I do not believe that that's true. I
you're so
think you do
passionate.
your best to find balance, but anyone who can really obtain it, acquire it, manage it, and keep it that way is a
bless 'em.
genius.
I
So
hear
if
you.
you find the formula, let me know.
Bottle
But,
that up, you'll be a billionaire.
but yeah, I mean, you know, it's
Just
been
finding that formula is stressful to me.
right. Right, exactly. All the tips and tools for
Right.
self-care. But I love to walk. I live near Lake Paris in Riverside County, so have easy access to the lake.
That's
I love
awesome.
to be by the pool. I love to spend time with family. I have a little dog that I spend time with. I love Netflix and Hulu and all of that stuff
Walking
too.
the pups can be great for
Yeah.
your mental health.
Yes, yes. So
And
those
as you're
are
doing it, notice all the good things around you. Like, oh, that's a pretty flower. Not there's trash there. Oh, listen to that bird sing. Not there's a siren.
I hear
But
you. What you choose
seriously,
to
you
focus
have
on.
to
That's
do
right.
this. It's not easy, and it's not given to you. You have to practice. All right?
that's right.
Happiness has to be
Focus on
earned.
nature.
It's a practice, it's a mindset, it's a focus, it's a
Focus
effort.
on nature.
And focus on
Focus.
nature.
That's why nature's
Nature.
so good at bringing it out in you.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely, definitely. When you're in Redlands, what is one of your favorite restaurants to go to? Do you have any favorite
Oh,
spots that you?
You know what? This is maybe with all of the choices there. By the way, I can't wait to visit the Redlands Marketplace.
Oh,
I
yeah,
haven't
I've
been there yet.
Definitely, it's awesome.
I want to make it, my thing to go there. But I love Olive Avenue Market.
Okay.
I mean, I just love it
I've been
there.
there
I
before. It's very
love
nice. Very
how
quaint.
quaint it is, and it kind of captures the history and the character. And they have the best chai tea
There
ever.
you go. And good
Oh
sandwiches
my
and all that
gosh,
jazz.
yes. But
Definitely.
there's so many more. You're putting me on the spot. But for lunch, because
Definitely for
I'm
lunch.
mainly there for lunch. So
There you
that's
go.
Olive Avenue.
Obviously, we appreciate all the pub crawl. Those are all our favorite bars.
Absolutely. Shout out.
There you go. There you go.
September's Falconer.
Escape.
Escape.
For real.
Yes.
And Brew Rebellion, I think. Wait, is that? That's
Yeah.
okay. Definitely. That might not be.
So, Ipiania, so what do you do to help when you're feeling a little bit stressed or overwhelmed?
You know what? I pour myself into creativity. That seems to be one of my outlets. I'm also a huge nerd, so if I get a chance to spend an hour on the video games, that's fun. For me, my morning regimen is walking, exercising, right? Focusing on the temple, mind, body, spirit, and soul. I'm so big on exercising in the morning for me because to me it sets the tone for your day. You know what I mean?
Smart.
So I'm so big on that. And I have to focus more because I plan on running this event, you know what I mean? So I want to do a little bit better than my last 5K that I did, even though I jogged probably the 5K I did great, and then I did the turkey trot, the 10K over there with shout out to the Alexanders, so I want to do better. My best time when I used to run 10 miles a day was 9-minute miles, so it was sub 27-minute time for a 5K. But some of these Olympians and stuff, they're running sub 4-minute miles, and that's just mind-boggling.
Wow.
Well, goals.
Hey, I'm just happy with 9. The 12 is still kind of the standard of high school, right? So the fact that my last 5K, I was just off for 12 minutes. I was under 13 minutes, so 12 minutes and like 31 seconds. And, I'm 25 years removed from high school. The fact that I was still able to keep up at that pace, especially carrying a little extra weight, is a blessing, right? You know what I mean? Like, for real, for real.
Lead by example. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that question, and I want to throw it back to you. What do you do, Robert Porter, for self-care, for your mental health or well-being?
So lately, like my alone time is usually at night. So, like I'll try to do a little alone time, like watch the news or something. Because
That might not be healthy.
Exactly.
Not always, but like for me.
But it's an outlet for you.
It's
Gives you
different
balance.
than Little House on the Prairie.
My mom used to love that show.
Oh,
Good
yeah,
one.
I've seen every episode. It's a great show. I love it. But I do something different. Also, the bong, like that really does help me. No, I'm not lying.
Hey, I know you're very transparent.
Like I don't drink, so like that's my outlet, and hopefully that doesn't get taken away from me. But also, I like to eat like some fruit or something. At night.
I was going to say, I'm surprised you haven't said it yet, but gardening, I
Yeah.
know that's
I'll
be.
go out in the backyard and just put fruit right off. Like right now, loquats are in abundance in my house, and I have about 5 different varieties. So I'll go to the different trees and taste them, and I don't know, they have different tastes.
No, they do.
Most people just eat, it's sweet sour, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I like to taste it and see, this is ripe at this point. And that really calms me while I'm probably watering them as well, right? So when it gets hot, you have to water at night or early in the morning. But like,
As a Nadia
yeah, my
evaporating.
mama's usually I help my mama in the morning now, so it'd probably be a lot of the night stuff.
I hear you.
So I try to water that stuff, and that helps calm me a lot.
There we go. There we
So-
go.
And then also noticing that there is good around you. Like if you can't notice that there's good, if you're always noticing the negative, that's what you're gonna always be seeing.
Totally.
Yeah.
I say the same thing, man. Like if you're looking through the lenses of negativity, when you look in that mirror self-reflection, all you're going to see is the negativity within yourself. And then wherever you look or wherever you cast your gaze, you'll just see the negativity. But once you choose to take off those glasses and put on the lenses of love, or the lenses of positivity, you'll see the positive aspects of your unique
There
gifts
you
and
go.
blessings that you have been given in this lifetime. And then when you look around the world, you'll see the blessings, the gifts, the beauty of this gift of life.
Because if you're not noticing that stuff, you're just like on like batteries or
Autopilot
something.
or
Yeah,
something.
and it's easy to be that way. I catch myself all the time.
We could get caught in the rat race. as
Like
they say.
I'll be really like, did I just think 4 or 5 negative things in a row?
Right.
Like, that's my fault. Wait, give me some more coffee. Yeah, I'm not ready yet.
Coffee.
Yeah.
For those coffee.
Maybe I should have mentioned coffee in the morning. It's a lifesaver for me.
Well, definitely. I know we're circling towards home base, but we have about 9 minutes left, and I wanted to ask you, Ms. Stewart, what's the future do you see, or what are you working towards with the Family Service Association?
Sure. Thank you
of
for
Redlands?
asking that great question. In 2023, we did a really fantastic strategic plan where we talked to our clients, we talked to our staff, we interviewed volunteers, and then we got the board together with all that information and a wonderful facilitator, because there is an art to that,
Yes, it is.
facilitating conversation. And we set some goals for the agency for the next 5 years, and we're already meeting those goals.
Amen.
And one of those goals was to be the bridge between this housing shortage that California is experiencing, affordable housing shortage especially. There's a 1 million home deficit in comparison to low-income families, okay? So we decided no matter how big or small, the call to action was to fill that gap one house at a time. So we recently, with our own money, not government money, purchased 2 homes in Redlands, and now we are rehabilitating those homes, and we're working on a capital campaign. And the goal is that once the houses get rehabilitated, we are then going to purchase some ADUs, accessory dwelling units that are really hot right now, the smaller homes, and have the ability to house 6 low-income families with all private dollars. Because if you take government funding, it's wonderful if you can get it, number one. Sometimes the requirements are so stringent that you'll end up having to follow their service population versus the service population that you
That
have
you're
available or that you normally serve. So in other words, it gives you flexibility.
Awesome.
And we have a huge wait list. Our phones ring off the hook. It's really a tough situation when you hear the phone calls that come through the agency. You know, single moms with disabled children sleeping in cars. Put them in the motel program and they have a voucher, but they can't find a landlord to rent to them. 3 kids. I recently ran into a woman who, keep it all anonymous, but she had 3 children, all school aged, a 40-hour-a-week job. She needed bridge housing because she was approved for an apartment, but she had been homeless. And so there was this period of time where her and her kids were literally sleeping in the vehicle, tall teenagers in the back sleeping like this.
I hear you.
One in the front with the seat
seat laying
back,
back.
and the mom with the seat back. But she would get up every morning. This is the beauty of a woman and the resiliency of a woman.
Amen.
She would get up every morning, use water bottles to wash her face and brush her teeth, get the kids ready, and take them to school and work her day
I hear you.
in the middle of all of that crisis. And her employer never knew.
I hear you.
And the kids were making good grades.
Amen.
There's a will, there's a way.
Exactly.
But that's just one example of hundreds of families that we've provided services for who
Definitely.
have been in that type of crisis.
Definitely. If you could share with our audience how they can connect with the Family Service
Yes,
Association.
redlandsfamilyservice.org. So if you're seeking services, go to redlandsfamilyservice.org. There's a sub-menu where you can fill out a quick form to see if you qualify, or give us a call at 909-793-2673.
Definitely. Thank you so much for what you do, the leadership that you are, steering the Family Service Association in Redlands towards a beautiful destination, and just wishing you guys another 127 years of
Thank you. It's
success.
an honor to be here. Thank
Amen.
you.
Amen. Definitely. Miss Martin, how can people connect with the BPMP?
Email emartin201263@gmail.com, and one of our staff will get with you.
Can you say it again? I'm actually going to write that down.
I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yes, so that's emartin201263@gmail.com, and then one of our staff will get in touch with you, and we will assist you in any way that we can to deal with your mental health.
Definitely.
And congratulations on your journey all the way to the microphone.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank
Definitely.
you for having me.
Oh,
Definitely.
excellent. Right here. Thank Yanni. We appreciate
And
the
thank you,
incredible
Mr.
guest
Porter.
today.
No problem, brother. Appreciate you, your commitment to the community and to our
And we wanted to say, Mr. Joe Baca, Supervisor Baca, was going to come on, but he had a medical issue, so he will be coming on June 2nd on Monday at 7 o'clock. So.
Definitely get well soon, and just want to take a moment to just raise up Senator Reyes, and for those that may not know, I'm not going to you could search and find out, but just want to be praying for her and her family, wishing her victory ahead, and she has done so much in our community. She's doing so much in our community and continues to be a passionate leader. She has always been a bridge. That's why when I met them, when Frank and her came knocking on my door in Fontana, even they didn't know that I helped the previous assembly member win the seat, right? So they had no clue who I was. But speaking with them, engaging with them, really, it inspired me. It really did inspire me, and so.
And they're good people.
They're solid people.
They were my opponents when I first met them. And they're good people. They're good.
There you go.
Frank always checks on me.
No, Frank, rock solid dude.
They're awesome.
They're a bridge, man, and they show love and give love to everybody in our community, and just wanted to say thank you and God bless you and love you as well, So.
All right, and this is Robert Porter and Ipiani Locker with the I Love San Bernardino County radio show, and we are...